Picture this. You wake up from a night of fragmented sleep. You stumble out of bed. After hitting the snooze as long as you can, now you're rushing, your mind foggy, your body dragging, all the while trying to piece together a morning that feels like it's already slipping through your fingers. As afternoon rolls around, you can feel the weight of the day pressing on your shoulders. You have too much to do and the hours are flying by. Dread is forming in the pit of your stomach. Today is going to be another waste. As nighttime comes, you lie in bed, thinking about all the opportunities you wasted. Your mind just wants to keep replaying those events of the day over and over again. It won't let you get to sleep. You wake up the next morning and start the destructive cycle all over again. For me, this wasn't hard to imagine because this was my life. If you can relate, trust me when I say you're not alone. Today, I'm going to share with you my 3-step process that I've been using over the past decade to accomplish so many of my goals. And I just followed these 3 simple steps, and I know you can do the same. But first, let me share some interesting stats on routines. Did you know that approximately 40% of your daily actions are not even conscious decisions? They're habits. That means almost half of your day is essentially on autopilot. Neuroscientists have discovered that when we repeat an action consistently, our brain creates neural pathways that make these actions increasingly automatic and effortless. Think of it this way. Your brain is like a bunch of different highways. When you first start a routine, your brain is building a new highway. It's like driving through a dense forest. But the more you travel on that road, aka your routine, the clearer your path will be. Eventually, you'll have a smooth, paved highway that you can drive without much effort at all. But routines aren't just about productivity. They're about psychological well-being. Psychologists have found that constant routines reduce stress, combat fatigue, and provide a sense of predictability in this unpredictable world. Now you may be thinking, routine sounds so boring. I don't want to be stuck in something so rigid. Here's the truth. Routines aren't about restriction. They're actually about liberation. Think of it like this. Every decision you make during the day depletes your mental energy. What to wear, what to eat, when to work out. All of these choices chip away at your cognitive resources. When you create a solid routine, you're creating a mental guide that's going to reduce unnecessary decision making and preserve your mental bandwidth for more important tasks. So, routines aren't meant to plan every minute of your life and to take away your freedoms. Your routines should be a flexible framework that adapts to your life. That's what's going to give you the motivation to keep your routines going day after day. Let me share with you my simple 3-step process to building a routine. Step 1, start small. I've created large and ambitious routines in the past, and a lot of them did not last. I'm a planner, so creating daily routines got me excited, but trying to change too much too fast, it led me to burnout. Starting small allows your brain to adjust to new routines gradually. Think of it this way. If you go to the gym for the first time, do you go right to the heavy weights? No. You start off at a weight that feels right to you, and then you work yourself up over time. The same idea applies to routines. Starting small is like repetitions for your brain. They strengthen your brain without overwhelming it. Here's how to start small. Choose 1 or 2 simple habits. Pick 1 or 2 habits that are easy to implement and meaningful to you, like drinking a glass of water after waking up, or taking a 5-minute walk during your lunch break, or journaling 2 or 3 minutes before bed. Set a time limit. Commit to spending just a few minutes on those new habits. Short, time-bound tasks are much easier to incorporate into your day. And once that habit becomes routine, then you gradually increase over time. Make it super easy to succeed. The easier the habit, the more likely you're going to be to do it. Start with something so simple that skipping it feels silly. Like, instead of working out for an hour, try just 5 push-ups. Or instead of writing a novel, just aim to write 1 sentence. Tie it to an existing routine. Use something called routine stacking to piggyback your new routine onto something you already do regularly. For example, after brushing your teeth, meditate for 1 minute. Or after pouring your coffee, plan your top 3 tasks for the day. Tying new habits into existing ones helps your brain to link them automatically over time. Step 2, track your results and adjust as needed. Tracking your routine helps you understand what's working, what's not, and why. Tracking can also turn something that's unmeasurable into a measurable action. And remember, make adjustments along the way. If something's not working, get rid of it and put a better routine into place. Give your routine enough time for testing, but don't keep it around just for the sake of having a routine. Find a different path forward. Without tracking and making adjustments along the way, it's easy to fall into autopilot, where you repeat tasks without knowing if they're even getting the results that you want. But obviously, you have to know what to measure before you get to tracking. A great way to think about this is what key actions you need to take in order for a routine to take place each day. Let me share a personal example. I started a workout routine, but I started to notice I wasn't sticking to my routine as I had hoped. After giving it some thought, I determined there was one action that was critical for me to stick to my workout routine. I had set up a workout routine after work, and as I would pull up to the stop sign of the parking lot, turning left would take me to the gym, but turning right would take me home. Sometimes I would turn right and head home because, well, my routine was so new that I wasn't even yet conscious of that habit. But I'll be honest, sometimes I would take that right turn and go home because in the moment, I made a poor choice. By identifying this point in my routine and being aware of my tendencies, I was able to substantially increase the success rate of this routine. And you don't want to forget to pick a tracking method. This doesn't have to be fancy. Daily journaling is a great way to see how your routine's going over time. I keep a daily routine on my phone and look at it throughout the day to help keep me on track. Whatever method you use, whether it's paper, digital, or a mental reminder, it's just fine as long as it does the job. The third step is the most important step, and it's the foundation of great habit formation. But before I reveal that step, I just want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Every video on Gold Nuggets offers a lot of value in just a few minutes. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications because we are always posting and always striving to help you. Step 3, be consistent. Consistency is the foundation of any successful routine. This is the most important step because without consistency, you don't have a routine. Remember, when you repeat a routine regularly, it becomes a habit, and it requires less mental effort over time. Without consistency, even the best designed routine is going to fail to gain traction. Do you still doubt yourself at times? I know I still do. But the good news is, being consistent will help build trust within yourself. That's right, every time you follow through on a commitment, no matter how small, you reinforce your belief in your ability to achieve goals. And believe me, that is an awesome feeling. Consistency can be tricky, so be careful. Here are the 3 biggest traps I found to watch out for. Getting overwhelmed. Trying to do too many things can make it hard to stay consistent. Focus on just 1 to 3 core items at a time to build a solid routine. All or nothing thinking. If you tend to be a perfectionist, this can be a huge pitfall. Avoid the mindset that if I can't do it perfectly, I shouldn't do it at all. Remember, even partial effort counts towards consistency in the long run. And 3, skipping a routine when you feel unmotivated. Listen, I get it. We don't have motivation all the time. Motivation comes and goes, but routines built on consistency, they last. Commit to showing up even when you don't feel like it. For me, just starting my routine gets me going. Remember, just keep moving forward. Okay, now my challenge to you. Choose just one small routine that you want to start and get started this week. Let me know what that one routine is and what challenges might be trying to hold you back. I've included a free guide in the description to help you create a routine that is going to work for you. And remember to post your comments below. I want to hear from you so I can cheer you on. I believe in you and I know you can do it. And if you're looking for some great tips on goal planning that's going to give your daily routine rocket boosters to take off, check out this video. And I'll see you next time.